Ever feel like no matter how hard you train, there's that one spot where the fat just won't go away? Belly, love handles, thighs. It's like your body's holding a grudge or something. I'm gonna be honest, most of what you've heard about targeting fat is complete BS, but there is a smarter way to approach it.
But to understand how to approach fat loss, you have to understand how fat loss works. The truth is, fat loss is a systematic process. This means there is no such thing as losing fat from only your stomach or thighs. When your body loses fat, it doesn't just pull it from one area based on what exercise you're doing. It pulls fat from all over your body gradually. This is why someone can be losing fat and even making great progress, but still feel like their problem areas look the same. It's not that nothing is happening, it's just that the fat is coming off in layers, from everywhere, not just from that one stubborn spot.
Genetics also have a role to play. Where your body stores fat is mostly determined by your genetics. For men, fat is most commonly stored around the midsection, which explains why the belly or love handles is the most common issue for men. Some men also store fat on their chest. For women, it's usually the legs, and mainly the hips, thighs, and buttocks. One area that men and women have in common is neck and face fat. But even then, some people are just more predisposed to gain fat on their face.
This is why two people doing the exact same training and eating the same can still look totally different as they lose fat.
So now that you understand this, what actually is the solution to fat loss?
Well, there are three answers to this. Number one, calorie deficit.
The only way to get to your goal is to stay in a calorie deficit. No shortcuts, no magic exercise that only targets your belly or thighs, just consistent effort and patience. And for those who do not know what a calorie deficit is, it is when you eat below your maintenance weight, which you can find online from putting your height and weight into a website. It is then your choice for what is sustainable for you. Most people will choose to eat 200 to 300 calories below their maintenance. However, if you would want to see results faster, you can do 700 to 800 calories below your maintenance.
Number two, consistency. As you know, fat loss is a systematic process. So here's the part that's hard for most people to accept. The area you want to lose fat from the most is going to be the last place you see results because that is the place that has the most stored fat. This is where consistency matters because most people would end up getting demotivated and giving up. If you give up just because that one stubborn area isn't changing yet, you're never going to see what happens when you push through long enough for your body to finally start burning fat from that spot. Fat loss doesn't work on your timeline. It works on your bodies. But if you stay locked in, it will get to those stubborn areas. You just have to be consistent enough to let it happen. Just remember, it's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up.
Number three, training.
Now look, just because you can't choose to reduce fat from specific areas, that doesn't mean you should ignore the area you struggle with the most. If your belly is your main problem area, you won't burn fat just by doing crunches. We've already talked about that. But training your abs, that's still worth doing. Why? Because once that fat does start to come off, the muscle underneath is what's going to give your body shape, definition, and a more athletic look. Same goes for anywhere else. Thighs, glutes, arms, back. If you've got stubborn fat there, train it anyway. Not to burn fat, but to build muscle so that when the fat does drop, that area actually looks how you want it to. So don't skip the direct work, train your weak points, build them up, and when the fat finally shifts, you're going to be way more impressed with the result.
All right, everyone, it is time to go put in that work. Just stay consistent, don't give up, and the results will come. You've got this.